What it do, peeps? It's the Beach Chef for watching them tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To my day ones, thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me build this platform and continue this WNBA conversation. A lot of stuff went on this week. First, with the Rookie of the Year announcement. Now, it's funny. The Rookie of the Year announcement was already leaked to the Players Association days prior to it being announced by the league. Not surprised. What really got me was the way in which they gave the award out. Paige Beckers was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and they're giving out the award. They're having her on the show, and she's doing the runway walk, which they do for all their guests. Pump them up, build them up, stuff like that, and they all do the little dances and the little shimmies. Well, at the end of the line was Cathy Englebert, who presented Paige Beckers with the trophy as a surprise. Interesting. And congratulations to Paige Beckers on winning the award. The way in which they gave the award out and the manner, it really got me thinking. So I started, Cathy Englebert. So I was doing some digging, and I said, why is Cathy going so hard in the paint in this fashion for Paige? Last year when Caitlyn won the award, which this is what many people were asking, they were like looking at confused, like, what the heck's going on? You did all this for Paige? And Caitlin Clark got a third-party phone call. You called the general manager or Stephanie White, and you put her on speakerphone, and she announced that, during practice that Caitlin Clark was the Rookie of the Year. And so I was like, okay. And people were shocked at how early they voted, which didn't surprise me. They needed something to offset the lack of interest going into the playoffs. So they had to announce his awards. And then I got to thinking about Cathy Englebert. And I took it away from Paige Beckers. So this video is not about Paige Beckers. Congratulations to her. See, Cathy Englebert was the former CEO of Deloitte. Big Four firm. First female to head one of the biggest firms in the country, or the world for that matter. She's based her whole career off of advocating for women and the advancement for women in the workplace. So she gets voted out as CEO, and she becomes the first commissioner of the WNBA. Because before that, they only had presidents. So she becomes the first commissioner of the WNBA. She comes in during a contract negotiation. So she's familiar with the collective bargaining with the league and the players. So that's no big deal. But the way in which she gave the award just really just stuck with me. And I could not put a finger on what this was reminding me of. And then it hit me Thursday. This is like the movie Misery. If you've not seen Misery, Misery is an excellent movie. It's a great read. Excellent movie. Only watch Misery one time. You only need to watch it one time. So if you want to watch it, rent it. Don't buy Misery, because you're not going to watch it 2 or 3 times. It's not like Die Hard or this ain't Die Hard. You're not finna watch Die Hard. It's not on that level. It's a psycho thriller. And it draws so many parallels to Cathy Englebert and Caitlin Clark. It's not even funny. And it explains a lot. See, in the movie Misery, James Caan played a character called Paul Sheldon. He was a writer. Kathy Bates, ironically, Kathy and Kathy. Kathy Bates played Annie Wilkes. Annie Wilkes, she played a character named Annie Wilkes. James Caan's character was a writer. He had written a series of romance novels with a character named Misery. He was getting tired of writing these type of novels, and he was going to change course and kill the character off. He gets into a car wreck in a snowstorm. He gets found by Kathy Bates' character. She brings him back to her house. He wakes up a couple days later, and He's in a bed and his legs are broke. She explains to him the situation. Hey man, it's a snowstorm. The phone lines are down. We're snowed in. I'm a nurse. I'm going to mend you back to health. They get to conversating. He talks about his life and he's a writer. She loves the books. Well, she reads one of his final books. And everything's good to that point till she reads that book where he kills off the character. And she's like, no, 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 Paul. You need to keep this going. And she shows her true intentions. And he's like, oh, okay, let me get the heck out of here. He tries to escape, and she gets a mallet and puts some bricks between his ankles, and she breaks his ankles. One of the most gruesome scenes you'll ever see in a movie. That's why I said you only want to watch Misery one time. So, just like in the WNBA, there's a story. Every league has a story. Every game has a story. But in the WNBA, there's a story. It's about this empowerment of these women overcoming all the odds to get as successful as the NBA and to get to riches. And you have all these groups, alphabet groups, this group, that group, within this group of women. And this one lady controls it. And she writes the story. But here comes Caitlin Clark. She's the James Caan to the WNBA. She comes in with the automatic fan base of people that adore and love her, and other people that are just curious about this woman that they heard that's so small in stature, but she shoots threes like Steph Curry, and it's unreal. So people want to watch. So Caitlin Clark comes in. Cathy's like, okay, but you better not change the narrative of what I've built, what I'm building with these players. Caitlin Clark does that. And Caitlin Clark gets done like James Caan. Gets battered and bruised, but she survives the first year. Cathy's pissed. But she's got to award this award to her. So the reason why she made the phone call was because out of spite. Because despite everything she did and everything she tried to do by the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, black white angle, Angel Reese just didn't cut the bill to get that award so she could award it to somebody she wanted to award it to. So she made the call in the manner she made it, the petty way. We all know that. So she tipped her hand with Paige. That's why I'm leaving Paige out of it. So year 2 comes. Cathy like, man, we need to write this story the way I want to write it. Caitlin's like, I'm just going to hoop. No, you're going to write the story the way I want to write it. Boo. She's taken out. Injury after injury. Until she's no longer on the chessboard. That's why I draw the comparison between Cathy Englebert's ego and Kathy Bates' ego as Annie Wilkes in the movie Misery. Because Cathy Englebert, by hell or high water, wants to write this book the way she wants to write it. She wants this league to operate the way she wants to write it. And earlier this week, Byron Scott on his podcast, I'll leave a link to it, the very beginning of the show, they were talking about Caitlin Clark and marketing. And they were talking about the WNBA. And he said something that was interesting. He said, the WNBA does not know how to market their players. Well, he was right in the aspect. They have trouble marketing their players. The problem is they want to market 155 and not that one. They want the 155 to shine and that one player to take a back seat so that the other ones can shine. And that's their marketing strategy. And that is Cathy Englebert. So I would not expect Cathy Englebert to be in control much longer. It's been an interesting week from the standpoint that they also gave out Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year, she couldn't even pronounce the coach's name correctly. Now, this is a woman that ran a top firm in the world, met with numerous people of different nationalities with different pronunciations of names, and she couldn't even say the name of the coach of the newest expansion team correctly at a press conference in which Natalie was sitting in the audience coming up to accept her Coach of the Year award. Cathy got some issues, just like Kathy Bates' character had issues in Misery. But in Misery, she broke ankles when she didn't get what she wanted. Imagine what Cathy Englebert does. Misery in the WNBA. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.